Wooden bow as a weapon with long tradition is still very popular among archers all over the world. What for many might be quite surprising, well-built self-bows can compete even with modern laminated sticks. However, there is a price to pay to keep them in such a fantastic shape. They require a bit more care than modern bows. In today's video, we will focus on this topic. I'll share my thoughts and a few worth remembering tips on the proper wooden bow care. We'll start with sealing, then move on to shooting and maintenance. If you are just getting into traditional archery, these tips might be extremely useful for you. But before we get into the video, let me invite you to visit my website and store. A few weeks ago, I finished the ebook focused on the basics of bowier's craft. Besides step-by-step instructions, you will find there exact schemes of my bows. Moreover, on my blog there is even more free bow making content. Okay, but now let's get into the video. Number 1. Keep the bow sealed. As you might know, the proper moisture content of the wood for bow making purpose oscillates around 9%. It's a warranty of optimal material performance. During regular use, the bow might be exposed either to heat or water in any form. To keep the weapon at this moisture content level, we need to secure the wood from gaining or losing it. There are a few ways to seal the bow. Some substances like water varnish, which I love to use, have to be applied only once and there is no need for reapplying it. These create a thin layer on the wood and make the surface shiny. On the other hand, sealants like linseed or true oil soak into the wood, securing it and keeping natural but slightly boosted gorgeous look. These have to be reapplied once a few months or years, depending on the product and the use. Number 2. Never fire a bow dry. Dry firing is how we call shooting a bow without the arrow. The energy isn't transferred to the bullet then, and vibrations can damage the wood structure. It's extremely dangerous to the weapon, might even lead to the breaking. It has to be emphasized here that a dry shot might be the result of releasing the string without properly nocked arrow. Number 3. Unstring the bow after shooting. When strung, the bow is slightly stressed. Either during a hunt or training, we keep it strung, to be ready to fire at any time. But once it's over, the wood has to rest. It's especially important when it comes to the bows made from lower quality material or poorly crafted sticks. Overstressing the bow might cause the limb taking permanent bend towards the archer, what we call taking set, and what follows, losing some speed. So the bow should be stored unstrung. Number 4. Adjust the brace height. Here we are talking about quite similar situation to the previous tip. Bracing a bow too high is also equal with exposing it to the higher stress. The optimal brace height is around 5.5 to 6 inches. We are measuring it from the belly of the bow at handle. Nonetheless, brace height might also depend on bow design and the length of the weapon. Number 5. Don't hold it too long at full draw. Again, a similar situation. Wood bows require also a bit different shooting style. It's not recommended to hold them at full draw for too long. The result of it might be taking set and therefore performance decrease. Nevertheless, bows made from top bow woods or those reinforced with backing can deal even with such a stressful shooting style pretty well. Number 6. Don't overdraw the bow. Overdrawing the bow also causes overstressing the weapon. In some cases, it might lead even to the breaking the bow. I guess no archer is aiming for that. That's why he has to stick to the parameters defined by the craftsman. Number 7. Use proper arrows, 10 grains per pound. Too light arrows might cause an effect slightly similar to dry firing. When arrows too light, the part of the energy isn't transferred to the bullet and stays in a bow in a form of vibrations. It may lead to impairing the stick. The recommended arrow weight is 10 grains per pound. It means that for a 40-pound bow we need 400 grain arrows. Number 8. Keep an eye on the bowstring and wax it regularly. No matter what kind of bowstring you are gonna use, take a look at it before each shooting. Spotting any signs of wearing out or broken cords, replace it. We don't want it to break during shooting. It may lead even to bow damage. Also remember about regular waxing to make it resistant to weather conditions and as durable as possible. Number 9. Store the bow in proper conditions. It's about keeping the bow away from both heat and humidity sources. As I said before, we want it to stay at certain moisture content level. So finding a piece of room for your bow, keep it in mind. Avoid leaving your bow for long hours in a hot car. Also, store it in a lying position. Number 10. Protect the bow from physical damages. Some woods are softer than others and therefore are prone to getting scratched or violated. Nevertheless, the archer should be careful using any wood bow. Violation of its grain, especially on the back, is what we have to avoid. The use of wooden bow, despite being slightly more care requiring, in my opinion is far more rewarding, especially if the archer is also the creator of the weapon. Thank you for watching my videos. Very appreciate each like and comment. All the best guys, stay safe.